one.
They're looking good. I mean, they do like that North George drop that they go into. So, guys, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to hand it over to our commentators here. It is going to be game number 1. Gentlemen, take it away.
Yeah, and as we can see them right at the top, Lights Out and Gankstars pretty much head-to-head. Lights Out being almost 200 points ahead and obviously having 31 kills to their name. And let's see what this playing path is going to go ahead and look like right here on game 1. Actually, round 3 of Group A on day number 2.
Absolutely. We got the Let's Rock plane skin from Angry here flying on in. Guys, for those of you that don't know what the plane skin is, it is a little aesthetic appeal, a little decoration on the plane, and it goes to the person with the highest level of Royale Pass rank. As you can see, GS Angry here has flying over the island now, directly slicing it in half in the midsection. This is going to be really interesting to see where the teams go. Will they go north? Will they go south? If they do, they're going to have to drive there. You can't get there via the parachute, so this is going to be really cool to see the strategy behind all of the teams' drops.
Yeah, and we did talk about Pochinki, and look at this playing path right here. Pretty much just being smacked down the middle on Pochinki, and as you can see, there is 76 people currently in the lobby. That means some of the teams might actually be running with 3 members. Maybe somebody didn't wake up in time. Who knows what might have happened there, but look at how everybody's just spreading out. We do see maybe some push for Novo and Milta. There you go.
Absolutely. A lot of teams going south here, it looks like, and it looks like various strategies are being employed. We have folks going for cars. They're going to try to drive down to Novo or military base, and we also have a really big section of people going to Rosshok right now. You're going to see a fight for the vehicles there to drive to the South Georgia Pole crates and also to North George. Other than that, we've got a lot of people jumping late, going down to Quarry, to Ferry Pier, and this is going to be a really interesting early game here, as there is a lot of action going on in Rosshok right now.
And I believe I saw team number 7 actually landing in Pochinki, so that's good to see. And look at Wildcard right here. Might get into some action right away with DerekG's killers. And I think Wildcard is actually currently missing Wicked. Wicked might be still asleep. They're currently running with just 3 members, and they're going to be going up against a full squad of just RK.
Ah, well, that's interesting indeed, Wicked. I don't know where he's at. Maybe he's sleeping in one of these houses here in Milta. Maybe they can find him while they're in here. But we've got DerekG's killers establishing themselves early, gathering some loot into that storefront there. All 3 of them in the same building. They will need to spread out a little bit if they want to gear up each of themselves separately. And as the zone kind of develops here, we see that moving to the southwest. So this is a really interesting zone. As you see Team GV, number 7 there, in the center of your map, they have control of Pochinki. We did see the Pochinki drop, and it is not the hot drop we wanted because it's just them. But hey, good for them for taking the risk. That is exactly why we kind of implored them to do so. Seeing that, the plane kind of skipped over a lot of these popular loot locations to go elsewhere where, you know, Rosshok, you've got 4 or 5 teams there.
And something interesting as well that I just saw that we actually saw yesterday on the first game is that we do have Gankstars up in Georgetown. And not only that, we also have Lights Out waiting by the crates. Will we see the same game style from yesterday? We'll go ahead and see them pretty much waiting for the zone to go ahead and do a lot of damage. And then once they can't take any more damage, then we'll go ahead and push towards the zone. What's going to happen here? Because it's literally the exact same play that we saw yesterday. They were not able to engage at that moment, but they were later able to engage in the game.
We've got Muiskerm and Friends and Team Pleb here facing off out in the middle of nowhere between Quarry and Ferry Pier. Wow, hey, Sir Mix-a-Lot Boot and Friends. We are bouncing back around. We got Girl versus Dumb here and Team Pleb going versus Muiskerm and Friends. This is going to be an early engagement with not a lot of loot. You can see the 686 double-barrel shotgun. We do have 1 person knocked. They're trying to get him back up, and this is going to be interesting to see how this plays out because, again, not a lot of loot between the 2 teams right now, so they are just going to have to make do.
And you can definitely see their Team Pleb just trying to pick up their teammate. And now what they're actually trying to do is they're actually trying to go ahead and use their 3rd-person advantage. And look at this outfit right here from Team 15, Muiskerm and Friends. And look at that. Team Pleb now has 2 players down. Oh my goodness, what are they going to be able to do here? Are they going to be able to do Girl versus Dumb? It's just by herself. She's reloading the shotgun. She's not able to reload it in time.
Dopa Woo getting taken out, and oh my goodness, that is not how they wanted to start off our first squad being eliminated. Team Pleb and Girl versus Dumb making an early exit. We'll see them in the 4th round, but that is it for them in round 3.
Spam some GGs there in the chat. And let's go ahead and look at here. We actually have some people in Novo, and from what we've been able to see, it doesn't look like Wicked's team or RK is currently fighting against each other. They might actually actually just be waiting. And look at that team. Team number 7, GV, being able to go ahead and just loot everything in Pochinki. They definitely were probably watching the replay. They noticed nobody was going there, so they might want to go ahead and just rack up as much loot as they can. And right here, we got the Lejeune squad. What are they going to be able to do as they are going up against VSG? And VSG know that they're coming. And one thing to point out here, VSG, this member right now, Chad, didn't have a helmet, and he still took the fight, this maniac.
Oh my goodness, Chad trying to make his way across the street. Chad from the Legend Squad getting gunned down by VG from the window. That is not helpful at all for their chances. You've got another guy down inside the building with VG. They are not going to be super nice to him. Ice taking down him on NNN PRK on the outside here. So we've got 3 out of the 4 have been knocked or eliminated from Chad's squad here. The Conform Police is all we have remaining. He's running away with the AK, trying to save himself, and he's going to try to wait this one out for placement, it looks like.
Yeah, I think he definitely wants to go ahead and do placement. We saw a lot of squads yesterday just pretty much not letting their teammates be sacrificed, trying to pick them up maybe in not the best occasions. So something to go ahead and keep an eye on, something we might see a little bit more today. You might see players down and their teammates just saying, bye, Felicia, I'm not picking you up.
You know, we saw We Scrim and Friends going against Team Pleb here just a moment ago down there kind of by the quarry. And unfortunately for them, their squad was split. We've got Sir Mix-a-Lot up on the mountain. They're north of Gatka, and it is not the most ideal spot to be when your team is in a squad fight elsewhere on the map.
Yeah, and if the history follows that we saw yesterday, we saw a lot of that and a lot of squads getting wiped once they were separated. So hopefully that doesn't happen to them. And right here we got Team Winsanity, which I just love the name. And you know they want to go ahead and get the W as they are currently just trying to find some people. And Winsanity is currently loading up all level 1 vest, level 1 helmet, level 1 pretty much backpack, or they're going to be able to get better loot, especially towards the end of the match, right? You don't mind having a level 1 at the beginning of this, at the beginning of the match, but as it gets longer and longer, as it gets later into the game, you want to go ahead and get those level 3 helmets, level 3 armor, and just have the best loot possible.
Absolutely. The damage reduction up to level 3 is pretty significant. You get a little bit of damage reduction on those level 1s and 2s, but jumping all the way up to 55% for the level 3 helmet and armor, and that is a substantial amount of damage being reduced. As you can see, Derek's Killers here looting up, trying to figure out what they're going to be rocking as they head into the zone. DerekG running around a great little compound here, but again, probably not where they're going to ultimately stay. You can see them riding the zone line here. We've got also Caliverse squad here looking around, trying to figure out what's around them, what's in their surroundings. They're going to hop in a vehicle and start to rotate as well.
And Caliverse squad there having some awesome loot as well. We actually see AKM being packed. And look at this. Where are they going to be moving from here? They're more than likely trying to get to this safe zone because now the zone is going to start moving here. It's already moving, and they might actually go with the 2-car play, or they might actually just want that covered. They don't want to go ahead and their heads pretty much showing up. So it's really good to see that they are changing cars.
Check out down in the southern part of this zone, we've got Wicked Gaming, or his crew rather, number 3. They are heading around the southern island in a boat. Now, being short-handed, they may not want to take some fights, so they feel like going around Military Island early might be the way to get to the zone undetected. It's certainly unconventional, but it just might work.
It's unconventional, but it's something that it might definitely work. And as you mentioned, they currently do have 3 members. Their captain decided not to go ahead and show up for the first game, so hopefully they are able to go ahead and get into that island, find positioning, at least make sure they are in the zone every single time, since they are currently running with 3 people. And those engagements can be huge, especially when you run up on a squad that's full of 4 members. They might be able to go ahead and get certain angles on you that you might not be able to get on them. So more than likely, they will go ahead and play it out.
Oh, great
right
shot
here.
there. We
Chaos
sneaking up and getting a shot in through the window, but they return fire quickly. The last Minutemen waiting for them. They get the knock, but here comes the push, or not. A second thought on that. We're going to jump back in the window. Probably not smart running into the hands of a waiting squad outside the wall here, going for the pickup on the other side of a wall. This is going to be interesting. We do have a potential flank coming in from the warehouse. This is going to be an interesting development from the last Minutemen to see if they peek and try to push the action here. They are both in the middle of the red zone, so definitely outside. We've got We Scrim and Friends scrambling, trying to get to cover so they don't get blown up.
And that's something we didn't really get to see yesterday, the red zone being on actual teams. And right now we can see it play a huge part far. As you can see, Moiscam and friends just deciding to go ahead and back up. They don't want to take into that action anymore. But Last Minute Man is actually pushing the action right here. Mad Insane Max is by himself, currently surrounded by a full squad, so something to keep an eye on. And what was interesting about that exchange earlier is that Moiscam and friends, look at this right here. Mad Insane Max decides not to shoot. He stays still, and more than likely he's gonna get finished right here as his team is now starting to go ahead and push up forward. Now, good thing that they're doing here is they are starting to flank around. They're not just going straight at him. So interesting plays there by Last Minute Man.
It was an interesting start to that. We had Mad Insane Max taking a good position to start off on that flank there, being undetected in the warehouse, but a little bit reckless, pushing out of the warehouse without the support of his team. He just left himself wide open in a position not only to be knocked, but to be finished. We got more action going on here. Nabber taking out McDizziness and CamC getting the finish on him, and this is looking pretty good now as they both continue to battle. Each squad taking some casualties here. Nabber in the warehouse, trying to hold down the fort, making sure his teammates don't get pushed, and then outside the wall, Muiskirm and friends, we've got Craigums and his partner here trying to get back up, healed up, back into the fight. And again, if you remember, we still have one of their players off somewhere else on the map. We don't know exactly where they're at, but they are not here.
And Muiskirm and friends there, I noticed they are currently healing very slow. It might be because it is the start of the game. So it comes down to, are they going to have enough health to go ahead and get back to 100%? Will they engage again? It looks like they definitely want to go ahead and just get those kills, get that finish, but it's also costing them some teammates. And look at this, Moiscam and friends trying to get some shots there on Chill Chaos. He was not able to use the lane, and now they don't have any armor. They don't have a helmet. They don't have a vest. Are they still going to go ahead and push this right here?
Here comes the grenade. Nabber throwing the grenade. Oh, it's going to be right behind the wall. He runs away, and it's going to be so close. Misses. Andy, friends, and Craigums run away just in time to avoid the explosion. And again, they're trying to figure out, do they want to run away here? In order to get out, they have to run up the hill, which puts them in line of sight. You can see Nabber has a visual on them as he rotates to the other side of the warehouse, trying to make sure they don't get flanked. And they are just keen to disengage here. But it looks like Last Minute Men are going to potentially pursue here, working their way around the corner. I think at this point, both teams are probably good to let this one go and move on further into the match. As you can see, still 19 teams left alive. We had several casualties so far, but only one squad has been wiped out.
And as we see the circles actually moving in, and look at this, something we saw a lot yesterday. Gankstars still decides to wait in George Pool, and talking about them, they actually fully loaded level 3 backpack. Currently with the DP, that gun is so powerful, sometimes I feel like it gets a little bit overlooked just because it takes so long to go ahead and reload. But if you go ahead and put a 4 time on that baby, it might actually go ahead and be helpful for long range fights. Obviously, you're gonna have to control the recoil because it can get a little bit crazy, so I would highly suggest to just burst fire that weapon.
Absolutely. Gankstars on the move. They are going to be rotating towards the Georgia Pole south here, where you can see Lights Out is looting up. Of note, though, we've got AvaGG and with chicken strips and honey mustard. Holy cow, that's a mouthful of a name in more ways than one, am I right? They are moving into the compound here just to the east, so they are within range here of Lights Out and Gankstars as they drive past, and that is definitely not a place you want to be sandwiched, is in between those two squads.
It's definitely not. And the good thing that we were able to see here, I think they know, I think they Gankstars probably saw the first game from yesterday. They might have expected Lights Out to be by crates, and they decide to not go ahead and go that way and take the long route.
The long route is going to lead them right into Vision Gaming up there, so we could potentially see some action there unexpected here in just a moment. But for now, we'll check out Taserface as they camp a compound here just a little bit northeast of the safe zone. They will have to get on the move shortly, but they are trying to stare down. It looks like Zen Gamers who are driving past. Maybe they'll get a visual. Maybe they get a couple shots off. I don't know. They will have to rotate soon here, though, as the zone does come in.
And Taserface just pretty much decides to go ahead and wait it out a little bit. They don't want to go ahead and engage just yet. And look at this right here. Team 19, which is going to go ahead and be in chicken strips and honey mustard. They need to go ahead and do a good showing. I believe they're currently the last ones on the standing for Group A. So more than likely, they want to go ahead and get a little bit of kills and also try to go ahead and secure that win for those sweet, sweet 500 points. And something that we're actually able to see earlier in the map is that that wild card move might have actually paid off, because it looks like nobody's seen them go that way, and they might be at the bottom of Military Island as well.
That's right. They are down there, definitely going to catch Orion Esports and Team SolidFPS by surprise, as they probably have a pretty good lay of the land down there, so they think. Not too many people are approaching Military Island from the south, by boat. So this is going to be really interesting to see that rotation as we kind of move forward into this game. You can see Lights Out on the move to the northwest, coming into Gatka. They will probably push all the way through, and you're going to probably see an engagement here shortly with the Midwest Wolves, or perhaps even the last minute as Lights Out moves into the zone.
Yeah, and it looked like they're, for a minute, it looked like Vision Gaming might actually go ahead and just go after them. And another thing to mention here, the airdrop is currently in this zone, so they might go ahead and use that to their advantage. And now we can actually see Team 20 Blagoons just setting up shop pretty much at the top of the lighthouse. They might go for some bridge camping,
All right. We might see our first bridge camp of the tournament, and they are setting up in that overlook house looking over the bridge. Not necessarily the best lines of sight here. It's good to put a couple of people up there to get those angles, but it might be smart to have some on the ground as well to get some better lines of sight. We'll have to wait and see. Once they are, once they're discovered, right, people understand that they're up there in that house, they're isolated as heck. There's nowhere to go besides jumping off a cliff into the ocean, and that's not exactly something that you're trying to have happen.
Yeah, and if you don't actually time it right, you might actually jump straight into the ground and not the actual ocean. Trust me, I done it a couple times.
Absolutely. You can see Lights Out took up a position in the compounds to the north there, and then we'll switch action here to the Midwest Wolves. They're camping out a barn. Everybody's seemingly content right now to hang out as long as possible, similar to what we saw in third-person action yesterday. Everybody's grabbing compounds in the safe zones and working their way in closer and closer until the safe zone comes in and forces them to move.
Like I was Back to the Future there. But yeah, something I want to mention, as you talked about, everybody is in great placing right now in this zone. It is going to go ahead and come down to the next zone, right? There are obviously some teams that are currently not in the safe zone. And for example, if the zone is not by military base, we're also going to go ahead and see Team SolidFPS, WITKID Gaming, and Orion Esports trying to go ahead and push. Now, will they go ahead and try to go via boats, which we saw yesterday it was not the best of ideas, or how are they going to go ahead and approach that?
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on that one. This is going to be interesting here. It looks like Gankstars is going to be on the move again. They are heading out now, going to be rotating. And again, Gankstars, as predicted, they are going to be taking up positions in the center of the zone here, forcing people to rotate to them as they have solidified their position in a compound. You can see them rotating down to this compound just a little bit north of the bridge as people rotate to them from the southern island. Some acrobatics there for sure. Some really talented drivers in the Gankstars as well. Mighty impressed, guys.
It happens when you're going pretty much, 200 miles per hour on a cornfield? Yeah, that can tend to happen. And I think they might have seen this airdrop right here, which it has a Groza level 3 vest, but keep in mind that we're in Georgetown for a very long time, so more than likely they are very good on loot. Now, another thing that I noticed, their tactic is different today. Their tactic is not to stay in Georgetown as long as you can. Their tactic is now about positioning, getting smack down the middle, getting in a compound, just controlling that whole area and just waiting for teams to get to them.
We've got, looks like Orion Esports taking up position here in the yellows just above the bridge, and they are very near the Gankstars. They're also very near Blagoons, and we do see Team SolidFPS working their way towards the bridge, and we could see some bridge camp going on. And right now, right behind Team SolidFPS, we've got the WITKID Gaming wildcard squad rolling up, and they are being shot at. SolidFPS turns around, they hear the vehicle approaching, and it is no longer a surprise that they're there, but they're having to scramble to get position. You can see them scattering in all kinds of different directions. SolidFPS going for his Dacia. He's going to try to gather his team and get to either better position or perhaps even pursue the enemy.
And something that we talked about, now we're going to have to see what WITKID Gaming does. And SolidFPS here is going to have to cross the bridge, but keep in mind, Blagoons is at the top of Lighthouse, which they're going to have, if they decide to, they can get some really good shots down on bridge. But do they want to go ahead and risk giving out their position at this moment?
No.
I'm not quite sure they want to go ahead and do that. And I think with WITKID Gaming, since they were not able to actually go ahead and cross this bridge, they might try to go for the other bridge, which might lead them in the
oh
my gosh!
Fury absolutely lighting up Vision Gaming from above, and that is a quick exit for Vision Gaming, one of the top squads here, and they are eliminated second overall. They ran into the Gankstars, and that was the end of them. I don't even know if they got a shot fired off.
Here comes the bridge
action, though. We can go down to the south here in just a moment. Oh, we got Lights Out going across the field. Beowulf in their sights. He's trying to get some shots off. That Jeep is just too fast, though. And, wow, that is really good stuff there from Gankstars, solidifying themselves in that compound. Lights Out knows they want to rotate away from there. But, again, the zone pushing towards the bridge, and we do have SolidFPS making their way over right this moment, and the Blagoons are going to be looking down on that particular spot.
Gankstars being able to go ahead and secure 3 kills already added to their team. Hopefully we can go ahead and see the action right there by the bridge, because we know we have a lot of teams right now exactly on the bridge. Not only SolidFPS, Blagoons, but on top of that we also have Lights Out. And keep in mind, there is an airdrop at the moment there as well. There you go, now we're at the bridge, and look at this right here. We also have Caliverse squad currently pushing the action. They know they're in there now. Blagoons are not in a great situation here. If anybody decides to throw a grenade up there, they are pretty much done.
That's right. We got Lights Out moving in towards the bridge as well. We've got 4 other squads there fighting. You've got Team SolidFPS. You've got the Blagoons. We also had, it looks like Caliverse squad pushing up. Tanks trying to get some stuff done. This is absolute madness at the bridge, and we have more teams rotating in. Oh, man. ASAP Tank getting the nade off on Spruik. He gets pushed, though, and Macros is able to get knocked by Echo. This is insanity.
Beautiful play there by Echo as he noticed that he was able to shoot somebody down. He might have noticed that he was getting shot from the back, went back down the stairs, came back up, and definitely got those skills. Let's look at that beautiful replay. Gets that person, gets shot from behind, does a quick 90-degree angle change, and boom, baby, go back to the main lobby.
The top of the stairs, and it just did not pay off for him. As we mentioned a little bit earlier, with the isolation in that particular house up the lighthouse, if you are discovered there and somebody decides to push you, you have nowhere to go. You just got to do the best to fight them off, and unfortunately they were unable to do so. So we shift our attention right now. We are over to the Chicken Strips and Honey Mustard team led by AvaGG. They are just trying to avoid getting shot to death here. We've also got Muiskerim and friends peeking down. Muiskerim and friends have been pretty active so far, getting some kills, getting some action ever since the beginning part of this game, and this is no exception here. Pushing Mega Nerd Meg, sees her through the window, comes around firing, and with the double barrel shotgun, are you kidding me? We are in mid-game here, and we are rocking the double barrel, and friends getting it done from Muiskerim.
There you go, able to secure some kills. And something I want to go ahead and point out as well was, as we saw that exchange, Wildcard actually got some points to them. They were able to go ahead and get some knocks as well. And right here, Muiskerim and friends pretty much getting destroyed by Team 19, Chicken Strips and Honey Mustard, which they need a better placing. They need more kills to their name. Come on, finish them off.
Oh, wow.
The disrespect! The disrespect!
The crowbar from Matzabal getting it done here. That was insane. Craigham's just trying to hide out here and just survive. And he is one of 2 players left. Sir Mix-a-Lot still off on his own somewhere. The circle has shrunk again, and it looks like it favors Gankstars. Great positioning in that compound, and it looks like we are going to have to see a lot of rotations coming right now. Wildcard and Wicked Gaming Squad has rotated all the way around the other side of the bridge and snuck up on a lot of teams, getting a squad wipe there. We are down to 15 teams now.
My goodness, and look at this. Muiskerim and friends find themselves pretty much in backpedaling a little bit. They are now just having one person to their whole squad. So they probably want to go ahead and just go for placing. They don't want to go ahead and give out their position. And check this out right here.
There's Sir Mix-a-Lot. Found him. He's been hiding out the whole game up on the mountain. He's been edging his way in all by himself. And it does look like the Zen Gamers have discovered him, but they are driving across the field right now, heading directly towards the Gankstars. They may continue to edge, or will they try to take over a compound? They are a little bit late in rotation to get that compound. But again, more Car 98 action coming in here from Orion Esports. We see that in the kill feed. Good stuff indeed. Gankstars has some teams coming towards them in that compound. And here we go, looking over to Orion Esports, fighting Taserface. We got shots out in the open around the yellows overlooking the bridge, and we have some great action here, a couple of knocks, and it's definitely control Orion at this point.
And at the moment, they more than likely want to go ahead and finish off those knocks. Something that we saw yesterday, a lot of teams getting knocks, but not actually getting the kill and giving out their position. Now, they do have to fight it out here.
Got Lights Out moving into Gankstars right now.
Lights Out against Gankstars.
Interesting.
Please go ahead and look at that. Somebody from Team 14 decided to go ahead and jump off. He's going to have a very long swim. What is that boy doing? Orion Esports is pretty much taking full control, and more than likely they know that somebody is either behind those rocks, or they're going to go ahead and just wait it out until they decide to go ahead and move on a little bit closer to the safe zone.
Oh, wow, look at that. In the kill feed, Pyra's taking on DerekG's squad, getting a knock there from RK, and EverFury finishing off our RK Bang as well. Here we focus back on our action here. Ooh, EverFury getting shot from the side. Who is it taking him down?
EverFury just going in right now as there's 3 squads. High-quality squads.
Out of here, man. Out of here. He finishes in 15th.
GS Fury. Oh, my goodness.
Pablo with the knock on Pyra. Lights out, taken down Gankstars Pyra. We'll take a look at the replay really quickly here with Everfury rocking the Grossa. He has taken down all kinds of people close range. Somebody runs by. DerekG, unfortunately, he is going to make an early exit here in round number 3.
And that was something I definitely didn't expect there. They need that placing. They were in the 7th spot. That's actually going to go ahead and hurt. So let's go ahead and see this squad right here. Hopefully, they can actually go ahead and show what we were able to see there early, because pretty much what happened is that we pretty much had 3 teams going at each other right there, and teams that are actually currently at the top. And look at this. Gankstars, there you go!
Jeep getting absolutely destroyed, but it knocks Pyra in the process. Look at that. He gets blown up by the Jeep. Beowulf taking down a whole bunch of Look at the kill feed there. The car hitting an explosion of knock. It's going outside. It's going crazy. Sixless knocking down Wildcard Outsider and getting the finish here, finishing him off with the mini. It is going off at this compound, and it does look like the zone has rotated here. So Gankstars will be forced to move. Look at the open field position right now of Chicken Strips and Honey Mustard. AvaGG's got her squad positioned fantastically, and we'll wait for ZenLeeGamers, who's rotating in now.
And I'm loving the movement there by Lights Out. Look at that. 2 different cars, making sure they go ahead and position themselves. They know yesterday that was a huge key in the first game. And now what is Gankstars going to go ahead and do here? Are they going to go ahead and answer? Because they do have 14 kills to their name.
2 different cars for, it looks like ZenLeeGamers as well. And we've got a sandwich situation going on right now. Lights Out versus ZenLeeGamers happening out in the field here. Juicy getting really pressured. They got absolutely sandwiched by 2 different cars. We've got knocks all around. It looks like 2 down from Lights Out, 3 down from everybody's down. Who we have in line here? Sixless and Juicy are nearly full health, but oh my goodness, that is an absolute pickle mess on the field. We've got Eggmix being eliminated here. Unfortunate, but that is going to be 1 member down for Lights Out. The rotations from them and ZenLeeGamers happened at the exact same time, and it was just chaos as both got out of their vehicles.
And it looks like one of the members from ZenLeeGamers was not anywhere nearby to go ahead and pick up his teammates. So Lights Out being able to go ahead and just get those kills added to the scoreboard. It is looking good. It is looking like it's going to be an amazing finish once again here on day 2 of the Star Challenge North America, brought to you by Samsung Galaxy Note 9 and Lights Out.
Gankstars is going off right now. If you see the kill feed, they just had another squad wipe. They are working their way into the zone and just slaying people out in the process. They've made their way to the short side here. You see them sneaking up behind Chicken Strips and Honey Mustard. That does not spell good things for AvaGG and her squad. This is going to be tough. Lights Out with 3 members here trying to take on ZenLeeGamers and finish that off. Pyrateer with the ghillie suit hiding at the tree here, trying to stay alive for his squad. He is the only one remaining in that ghillie suit helping him hide.
And I think that is the only time that it's okay to go ahead and lay down and become a snake. So do me a favor, spam me some snakes in the chat as we see Tank getting the kill there for Kaifero. And he needs to go ahead and heal up. Luckily, he does have those boosts. And they're currently going up against Taserface. Taserface does not realize where he's at. Now Tank able to go ahead and give out his position. He needs to go ahead and rush. He wants to get these kills, even though he might not be able to make it to the zone. And look at Juicy right here. Juicy with the M4, level 3 helmet, and level 3 vest. He's pretty much set up for the finale here. Tank gets taken out.
Play zone gets him. Man, we have seen some action so far. Gankstars again going after Chicken Strips and Honey Mustard, wiping them off the face of the earth. Gankstars up to just around 21 kills. There's still 20 remaining. They are going after that kill record of Lights Out in the first game. They are on track, but what will Lights Out have to say about it? Short-handed with only 3 members. This has been an incredible performance right now in round 3 for Gankstars. We'll see if they can continue it. They've got a compound now, and they are in control.
And Gankstars, the only squad at the moment in the safe zone. And check this out. As we saw in the minimap, oh my gosh, we actually got Gankstars right here going up against Lights Out. We saw this a lot yesterday, and they're currently fighting for 1st and 2nd spot. And as you mentioned, they do have 21 kills to their name already, and there's only 5 teams left. Who will win this game 1 of day number 2? Let us know in the comments right now, and make sure you go ahead and tweet it at us. Look at this. I'm loving the placement here by Lights Out. They're using those smokes. They know that Gankstars is going to be over there. Are they going to get into a car? Are they going to go ahead and push them there? Are they going to breach that compound, or are they just going to go ahead and play it off, play it safe, because they know they're currently getting shot? Pablo gets shot there by
shot by, oh man, nice shots by Angry. Very good job on him. Pressure being put out from Beowulf with the mini. He is landing. He is connecting. Lights Out in bad position here outside of the circle currently. GS has the best position. Oh, good knock there from Juicy on Larry, sneaking up from the side on the flank. He's able to protect his current position, get the heals, but here comes the zone, and this is going to be trouble for Lights Out as they're forced in. Seagut pushing his way across the field from Wildcard. Pirates here crawling and proning his way in. Will he out-survive the Lights Out crew who wiped his squad? Angry getting the finish there on Win, and that is going to do it for Winsanity.
And look at this, Lucifer being able to go ahead and sneak up is very close to Everfury. Angry being able to go ahead and take down somebody from Wildcard. Great placing there by Wildcard. They still have one more teammate. There you go.
Oh, it's wrapping up nicely here. Lucifer getting great kills here, helping out those. Oh man, Pyra got eyes on him. He's peeking it. We got a nice little fight going on. Play Zone takes down Juicy, as well as one of the other Lights Out members. I missed the name, but it looks like Lights Out only has one player left remaining. And Gankstars in firm control here with 4 teams remaining, but only 6 alive. All 4 players from Gankstars are alive, so it's just going to come down to who can survive the longest.
Gankstars with 24 kills already. They came to show and know that they are here to play. They are here to win. Are they going to be able to go ahead and get more kills and get the win? Stay tuned because we're about to go ahead and find out. Lucifer knows that Fyra is over there. Now the zone is not favoring any of these 2 teams. It is actually favoring now Lights Out in team number 5, which is Zen Gamers. Look at this. Fyra knows that somebody's behind that tree, but he's got to watch out because Sixless is still there. Sixless can still knock him out. Fyra with the beautiful shots right there. And I believe Pirateer is the one wearing the ghillie suit. That doesn't help you out right now. You might not want to be laying down. They see that smoke near Sixless. They know they got to watch out for that. And on top of that, they got to watch out for Lucifer. So not going from a really good spot, Gankstars, to not such a great place. Is Lucifer going to go ahead and just go for placing here? Okay, I thought he was going to go ahead and just blow himself out there for a second.
Just taking an early exit. All right, Sixless going for the kill here on Pyra. Gets some shots off. He's able to get him very, very weak. Oh, Pyra's out by himself, too. Maybe he gets a knock here and is able to get it down to 3 players here. Maybe the 2 solos help each other out. Maybe the 3rd solo hops in from the back. Who knows? Everybody versus Gankstars here. Gankstars, again, with 24 kills. If they wrap up the rest, they will break the current record in the tournament of 25.
Sixless currently using those smoke grenades and prone to his advantage. And as we see here, Lucifer currently moving up.
Oh man, Everfury killed, and only Pyra, Angry, and Beowulf left alive. Lucifer taken down by Angry. Angry gets the kill there on Lucifer, and that's
with
gonna
that
knock him
kill
up to 25.
with that kill right there, they tie at 25 kills. Can they get this one? Can they go ahead and get Lights Out here with Sixless and Pirateer to put him at 27 kills? Or would Lights Out Sixless be able to clutch it? Can he do the 1v4 actually?
If Gankstars is smart, they'll go for Sixless first here to keep them in 3rd place and try to climb over them in the rankings, because if Lights Out finishes 2nd, they are going to place higher than Gankstars' worst finish of 4th so far.
And right there, they were actually able to get Sixless. Now is Gankstars trying to corral Pirateer. They know that he's somewhere over there. They know that the zone's not really going to be moving much here. Pirateer, there you go. He gets some shots. Angry's just pretty much shooting. He knows that Pirateer is currently laying down with the ghillie suit. What's going to happen here? I'm loving the flank system that they're currently working. Fyra has a great spot, and there it is.
Getting the victory. Nice work to them. Prediction correct for first game, and would you look at the kills? Oh my goodness. 27 kills for the Gankstars in the first round here on day 2. That is unbelievable stuff.
And one of the players we have been talking about the whole tournament, Beowulf, dropping an 11 bomb. And as we see this replay right here, beautiful teamwork by Gankstars. We know they got the chemistry. Everybody's trying to get a different angle on here. And right here, Fyra just being able, as soon as he sees one butt cheek, shoots it and destroys him. So great stuff there by him.
Absolutely.
Gankstars, 2 chicken dinners in a row, if you count their win from yesterday as well. Impressive stuff by them. 27 kills. You can get much better than that.
Unreal. They needed to close a lot of ground to catch up to Lights Out. They were 245 points behind heading into this game, but I do believe they have closed the distance. Lights Out only getting 6 or 7 kills in this game. It looks like 6 kills in this particular other games. So that's about the same difference as Gankstars from their first games yesterday. So we'll see how that wraps out here shortly.
A great game to start off day number 2, of course. And we did see adaptation. I was so excited to see adaptation. We saw people dropping Pachinki.
We did, and look at this gameplay right here by Moosecammer and friends. We know they need to get higher placing, and they were going up against Chicken Shrimps and Honey Mustard, which they're currently standing at the bottom of the leaderboard, and they get taken out, missing some shots there with the freaking shotgun. And Chad gets caught peeking and running just in the middle of the open, gets destroyed. And Emnaber here just noticing that somebody's about to go ahead and shoot at his team from behind. He says, no, you wait, my friend, not today.
Had some great standoffs early on, a lot of them involving Moosecammer and friends here, as you can see outside of the warehouse, taking advantage of a misplay by their opponent, stepping out into line of fire. Not the greatest of moves there at all, being away from your teammates.
Yeah, something you definitely don't want to go ahead and do. And as we noticed from yesterday, in this, I want to talk about this place. Echo notices that he's getting shot from behind, is able to go down the stairs, go back up, and destroy that. That was a huge turning point right there. And look at this, the disrespect.
Oh, man.
A crowbar. If there's a crowbar emoji, please spam it in the
How'd
chat.
you die yesterday in the tournament? Oh, I got crowbarred. No big deal. Yeah, that's an interesting one there for sure.
I was like, hello, Dr. Freeman, is that